This is gonna be a collaboration between me and the commandment of love and the commandment of purity. The channel will be down in the description, and yeah, go support him. Like, honestly, he makes awesome videos. Like, honestly, just gotta say, like, a lot of parts in his videos are like much better than mine's. Like, part 1 to what if deku had gold experience. So gold experience ability, actually no, this is gonna be part 0 to what if deku had golden experience. So gold experience has this ability as that when it punches a non-living object, it can turn it into a living object. And it can be any living object, ranging from like a small plant to like to a giant tree, or animals. And also when it punches a living creature, it accelerates their mind process, so all their senses are increased, and their brain moves so fast that their body can't even follow its actions. So, and when it punches, the pain is like multiplied. So it causes a lot more pain than it actually is supposed to. So it's not as lethal, but it's still pretty lethal. And GER, or Gold Experience Requiem, is gonna be like an evolved form of this, but I'd say Deku like not able to pull it out until later in the story. Let's say he's able to like transform for it for like 5-10 seconds. So things that we're gonna be changing about Golden Experience is that Golden Experience can actually vary its size from like just like a small plush which just like sits on Deku's shoulder to like a full the same size as Deku. And Gold Experience actually can talk to Deku, as it's just like has this superior personality involved while having good intentions, as it tries to make Deku stronger by telling all of Deku's flaws to him and how he can improve them. So let's start at the beginning. Like, Deku got this quirk from like, let's say his dad was Giorno was his dad, as let's say dad. Deku's mom went to like where Italy is after Giorno defeated the mob boss. He fell in love with her, and the whole entire thing happened, and Dad she finds out she will be having Deku, and she thinks she knows who the father is, but they live so far away that she doesn't want to tell him. She does tell him, but she knows that Giorno can't because of his job. And Deku's gold experience is a lot more versatile than Giorno's. It has a lot more conscious in it, and when Deku uses it, he can see like the best possible scenarios. I was like, Golden Experience like gives like the best possible scenarios for the moment to be able to transform. And okay, that's how we're gonna start. So let's say that Gold Experience first awakens towards Deku when Baku is bullying a kid, and Deku just steps up to protect him. And when Bakugo was like trying to attack Deku, Gold Experience just shows up, just right in front of him, just blocking all the attacks. And let's say that as Deku's hair in that moment turned from like Deku's hair was brown, so like Deku's hair turned from brown to like green. And Deku was able to like make his Gold Experience like invisible by using less than 50% of its power. But when it goes over 50%, it's actually visible to everyone. So the Deku just the Gold Experience just blocks like Bakugo's attacks, and then just punches the ground just to have like a tree, like a bunch of like trees just grow in front of them. I'll say Bakugo actually like punches one full force, and the punch just like hit him instead. So like it hit him like in the back of the head, and he got knocked out. And Gold Experience can also like heal wounds by creating living things and then attaching them. But it's a lot more painful way of healing. So Deku just did this. Then Deku just got rid of all the trees there and just walked away. Walked home, asked the kid if he's okay, and then just walked home. Now let's skip to like the beginning of the anime, where it's like the whole entire thing just the whole entire thing with Bakugo happens, where Bakugo is just like being prideful and just like saying that nobody in this class is able to become a hero because he has the best quirk out of all of them. Until teacher says, "Izuku Midori, did you also wanna go to UA?" Most people are like looking because Deku like Gold Experience said that they should probably keep his full power secret. So he should not go like full out in a fight unless it's necessary. So and Bakugo turns around and says that this villain is not even going to be able to do anything. I think because Deku's just like Bakugo painted this image because like Bakugo's like the cool guy. He painted this image in everybody just that Deku's just like this evil mastermind, which just like attacks people. And he said that a quirk like yours, being able to turn plants into things, it's not going to be able to do anything to me. And then he goes up because Deku's just like Deku's like doesn't care in this because it's like he doesn't care what Bakugo thinks. He's like, honestly, he doesn't care what Bakugo thinks. He doesn't care what anyone else thinks. He just wants to become a hero to protect people, and that's it. He's gonna do it. And say Bakugo, because Deku didn't respond. Like, and Bakugo actually blows up Deku's desk, and it actually like sends Deku just like going out of his chair. Deku just, oh, we're doing this now. So he did like a backflip and just like landed. It says this. That was a good desk. Too bad it's ruined now. Baku is still like getting more and more mad because Deku's not perceiving him as a threat. And Bakugo wants to go hit him again, but let's say that like gold experience while it's still like hidden, so under like 50% of its power, and it just blocks. It just blocks Bakugo's attack like constantly. Like, you know that thing that Killer Queen did to Act 3? And that's basically what Gold Experience did to Bakugo, except Bakugo couldn't see what happened. Well, blocked it. So then Gold Experience punches Bakugo and sends a little bit of his power through it, so it's enough to like it hits Bakugo. He sends like he gets pushed back, and then all the pain just connects with him because the pain was amplified by Gold Experience. And the teacher says for everybody to calm down and for them to just sit down. And the school year ends, and then as Deku is just going through like the underground tunnel, he can feel like the sludge villain behind him. So like the sludge villain is like, huh? What is happening? Like, because Deku just was like, oh, there's somebody trying to hit me. So he punches the sewer drain, and then it just turns into like this tree, like no holes in it, just like grabbing the surrounding the sludge villain and just pulling him back and back. The more damage the sludge villain like tries to do to the tree like the damage gets reflected to the sludge villain, and Stan just gets and the sludge villain just gets like trapped. Deku thinks maybe I should capture it, as he then makes the tree just like surround the sludge villain, so it's like he can't get out. So it's like this giant wooden cage. It's like wooden cage that like Deku just like keeps building like the cage smaller and smaller until its travel size is able to like be carried. So then Omaterai sees that this kid's already captured it, and he asks, "Kid, what is your quirk?" And Deku just summons Gold Experience Requiem at its full strength and says, "My quirk is called Gold Experience. It allows me to create life. And the life that I create, if it gets attacked, the attack gets transferred to the target instead." I was like, oh, that's interesting. He will become a very great hero. So Deku doesn't like hold on to the leg of All Might while All Might jumps away. The sludge villain doesn't attack Bakugo. And let's say that Deku spends like these last months just like perfecting his Mudamada, like his Mudamada, that thing, the sunlight, like the barrage of punches that he does. He perfects that, and That'll be like his final moves. Just like it's either just gonna be like a strong punch, which sends a lot of damage through, like a lot of pain through an opponent, or it's just like the pain is amplified a little bit, but it's like to a very long process. So like he uses the first technique, and just the strong punch with like a lot of pain in it, just for a quick knockout. Well, he uses the just for like all, just to like when he feels that the person cannot just get away with that, or he needs a little bit more power. So Deku just like when UA happens, he sees that like I say Deku doesn't trip because he's not nervous as much, and because Deku doesn't trip, he never meets Uraraka, and yeah, he never meets Uraraka and just walks home. No, just walks into UA, and he still sits next to Bakugo. Bakugo is still asking, "Why did you let a villain in here?" And Deku just ignores him, just like, because he knows that Bakugo can't do anything to him right now, because his quirk is not. Because even if he does do something, his quirk is not explosions. He can make his quirk happen without it being even seen. I say Deku kind of doesn't cheat on the test, but he creates like small mosquitoes, which like fly all the way around, and just like he can see through like the eyes of those mosquitoes. So he's like, and then he just like sees like the answers in the written exam, because he used like his cold experience to spy on everyone, and just he's able to see through like his animals' eyes and through their senses. So he saw like what the answers were, and like he's intelligent himself, so he double checked his work, like he copied off Bakugo without Ida, like all the smartest people like in the room. And then let's go to like the robot test where Deku just is like in a normal outfit, and just like okay, this should be okay. This should be okay, and just like walks towards he just walks towards like the entrance, and like Ida stops him, but Ida tries to stop him, but he's stopped by like an invisible force. And it's like, wow. Like, he doesn't understand what's happening. Every time he tries to touch Deku just he just can't touch Deku. He's like, his hand is stopped midair. Like, alright, probably should show you. Just probably show you to the public, right? Yeah, should. Gold experience Requiem. Actually, no, he doesn't say gold experience Requiem. It's just gold experience. And as gold experience just like forms out of like golden dust. I was like, alright, gold experience, let's go. And just like he goes to, and he waits for everybody to go, and then Deku starts, and just like he punches like one of the walls of one of like the doors of like to the exam, and he just makes like a giant tree. Like he sees like a couple of robots, he just like punches the ground, makes it into trees which create spikes. let's say he imitates Kamui Wood, like the wooden guy from the anime. He pierces multiple people. He pierces like multiple robots over and over again until he gets the points and just like let's say he got up to like 60 points before he got up to just like the until it happened to the 0 point robot where Oraka's in trouble. So Deku just activates his gold experience and it says this Requiem because he unlocked the Requiem mode, and I think Deku has like a small stopwatch on him which has like 20 seconds on it. So he clicks it the moment it is activated. So then he activates his gold experience. He rises a giant tree out of the ground and just says, "Gold experience Requiem, go!" And just like there's a constant scream of like, and the robot's face is just getting destroyed over and over again. And then Deku just jumps down, just like, and snaps his fingers. Boom. And then say Oraka actually has a time to thank him for saving her. As Nick says, "Yeah, no problem." And Deku's hair, it can change from like green to golden if he needs to go undercover. And his hair is just like green, which is like the Giorno like hairstyle. If you guys wonder how he gets the hairstyle, he has like one small picture of his dad, so he's just like, "Gold experience, do my hair." He's like, and Gold Experience actually does his hair for him. And yeah, that'll be the end to part 0. Actually, I'm just gonna call it part 1.